skin-crawling facts about Carolyn Jones, the Hollywood's macabre icon. Famous for her bone-chilling performances on screen, Carolyn Jones made an unforgettable impression in the world of cinema. Beyond her talent, what's particularly intriguing is her ability to capture the audience's interest with the spine-tingling events in her own life. In this video, we will delve into the hair-raising details and intriguing aspects of the life of this legendary actress. Carolyn Jones was born on April 28, 1930, in Amarillo, Texas, to her parents, Chloe Jeanette Southern and Julius Alfred Jones. From an early age, it was evident that Carolyn possessed a special gift that would one day propel her to stardom. She was a sweet-natured and extroverted child, known for her warm personality and boundless imagination. One of Carolyn's most remarkable qualities was her extraordinary ability for storytelling. Even as a young child, she had a knack for captivating those around her with her vivid imagination. Her tales were so engaging that friends and family would eagerly gather around to listen to her narratives, often transported to far-off lands and exciting adventures through the power of her words. But what truly set Carolyn apart was her undeniable star quality. From the moment she stepped into the spotlight, it was clear that she was destined for greatness in the world of entertainment. Her charisma and stage presence were magnetic, drawing people in and leaving a lasting impression on all who had the privilege of watching her perform. As Carolyn Jones continued to grow and develop her talents, it became increasingly evident that she was a starlet in the making. Her passion for acting and storytelling only intensified with time, and she dedicated herself to honing her craft. Carolyn Jones's journey into the world of entertainment was deeply influenced by her mother's unwavering passion for movies, music, and the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Carolyn's mother recognized her own love for the entertainment industry in her daughter from a very early age. It was evident that young Carolyn was destined to be a part of the world that had captured her mother's heart. The extent of Carolyn's mother's devotion to the entertainment business was so profound that she named her daughter after one of her favorite movie actresses, Carole Lombard. This decision reflected not only her admiration for the silver screen, but also her hope that Carolyn would follow in the footsteps of the stars she adored. In addition to Carolyn, her sister Bette was named after another iconic actress, Bette Davis, underscoring the family's deep connection to the world of cinema. However, Carolyn's upbringing was not without its challenges. Tragically, her father, Julius Alfred Jones, treated her in a markedly different and deeply distressing manner. The details of the difficulties she faced at the hands of her father remained a painful chapter in her life, one that she had to overcome as she pursued her dreams in the entertainment industry. One of the major sources of Carolyn's family's troubles was the crushing economic burden of supporting a family during the Great Depression. The financial strain weighed heavily on Carolyn's father, Julius, who was unable to cope with the immense pressure. Tragically, in 1934, he made a heart-wrenching decision that would change Carolyn's life forever. He shamefully abandoned his wife and two young daughters, Carolyn and her sister, during this difficult period, leaving them to navigate the hardships of the era alone. Carolyn's mother, Chloe, was left in a precarious situation. Struggling with agoraphobia, a condition that made it challenging for her to leave the home, she was unable to provide for her daughters on her own. This left the family heartbroken and desperate, with limited options for survival. In the face of this dire circumstance, Carolyn, her mother, and her sister had no choice but to seek refuge with Chloe's parents. They moved in with Carolyn's maternal grandparents, hoping to find stability and support in their extended family. However, this was only the beginning of a long and arduous ordeal for young Carolyn. The family's arrival turned her grandparents' humble home into cramped quarters, with limited space and resources to accommodate the additional residents. The living situation was further complicated by Carolyn's grandfather, who had a tendency to subject her to sudden and terrifying bouts of rage. These frightening outbursts created an atmosphere of fear and instability in the household, causing young Carolyn to struggle with feelings of anxiety and vulnerability. As time passed, the situation in Carolyn's grandparents' home shifted from merely uncomfortable to genuinely dangerous. The unpredictable and volatile behavior of her grandfather escalated, making life increasingly perilous for Carolyn and her family. The constant fear and tension she experienced during this tumultuous period had a profound impact on her emotional well-being and resilience. Carolyn Jones's early life took a particularly challenging turn when she developed a severe and chronic form of asthma. This medical condition proved to be not only debilitating, but life-threatening for the young girl. As her asthma worsened, Carolyn's world began to shrink, and she found herself confined to the four walls of her bedroom for extended periods, sometimes weeks at a time. This confinement was a result of her deteriorating health, which made it dangerous for her to venture outside. The impact of this debilitating condition on Carolyn's childhood was profound. The vibrant and imaginative girl, who had once shown great promise as an entertainer, was now forced to endure long periods of isolation and inactivity. Her dreams of exploring the world and pursuing her passions were put on hold as she grappled with the limitations imposed by her fragile health. However, during her extended periods of confinement due to her severe and life-threatening asthma, Carolyn Jones found solace and inspiration in music and Hollywood fan publications. These were her windows to a world that seemed infinitely more glamorous and enticing than the one she was living in her hometown of Texas. As she listened to music and devoured the pages of fan magazines, Carolyn's vivid imagination began to take flight, and she started to dream of escaping her current reality for a glitzier existence in the world of entertainment. These daydreams ignited a powerful ambition within her. Carolyn was determined to become a star. The allure of the silver screen, the glamour of Hollywood, and the prospect of a life filled with lights, cameras, and applause beckoned to her with irresistible charm. She knew that she had a calling, and that calling was to be a part of the world of show business. Carolyn's obsession with this dream led her to the discovery of the prestigious Pasadena Playhouse, a renowned acting school that seemed like the perfect stepping stone to her desired stardom. But Carolyn Jones's determination to pursue a career in acting faced a significant roadblock in the form of her disapproving grandfather. Despite her fervent passion for the world of entertainment and her dream of becoming a star, her grandfather held different aspirations for her future. He insisted that Carolyn should follow a more conventional path, suggesting that she should become a lawyer or a doctor instead of pursuing what he considered an unconventional and uncertain career in acting. This disagreement between Carolyn and her grandfather created a rift in their relationship. In an effort to persuade Carolyn to change her mind and pursue a more conventional profession, her grandfather decided to take her to Southern Methodist University. He hoped that exposure to a different environment and perhaps the influence of the university would sway her decision away from her Hollywood dreams. However, Carolyn's reaction to this situation was heart-wrenching. Faced with the prospect of abandoning her dreams, she took a brave stand. She refused to conform to her grandfather's wishes and insisted on her passion for acting. In a poignant and emotional moment, she sat herself down on the steps of the university's rotunda, tears streaming down her face, and implored her grandfather to allow her to apply to the Pasadena Playhouse. Miraculously, Carolyn's dramatic and heartfelt pleas had the desired effect. Her grandfather, moved by her unwavering determination and perhaps recognizing the depth of her commitment, eventually relented. He conceded, allowing Carolyn to pursue her dream. With her grandfather's reluctant approval, the 17-year-old Carolyn Jones gained admission to the Pasadena Playhouse in 1947. During her time at the Pasadena Playhouse, Carolyn's life took an unexpected turn when she crossed paths with a fellow classmate named Don Donaldson in August 1949. The chemistry between them was electric, and sparks flew from the moment they met. Their connection was so intense that they quickly fell deeply in love, igniting a whirlwind romance that would change the course of Carolyn's life. Despite the intensity of their feelings for each other, the couple wasted no time in making a life-altering decision. They decided to tie the knot in 1950, just a mere year after they first met. This swift and passionate union reflected the depth of their love and the conviction that they were meant to be together. However, Carolyn and Don's rapid romance raised some eyebrows within their social circles and the broader community. Their decision to marry so quickly was seen as unconventional and daring, especially in an era when more traditional courtship and longer engagements were the norm. Nonetheless, Carolyn and Don's love for each other was unwavering, and they were determined to carve out their own path, even if it meant defying societal expectations. Despite being a classic beauty, Carolyn Jones faced an unfortunate hurdle in her Hollywood career early on. Determined to pursue her dream of becoming a successful actress, Carolyn made the bold and challenging decision to undergo a complete transformation to align herself with Hollywood's expectations. Her makeover was a comprehensive and drastic process. Carolyn opted for plastic surgery to refine her features, seeking to achieve the idealized image that Hollywood demanded. She also made significant changes to her appearance by dyeing her hair blonde, a stark departure from her natural look. To further fit the mold of a Hollywood starlet, she worked diligently to shed her Texan accent, investing time and effort into mastering a more neutral and polished way of speaking. Carolyn even went to great lengths to alter her walk and posture, ensuring that her physical presence matched the elegance expected of a Hollywood actress. Additionally, she invested in fashionable clothing to complete her transformation into a glamorous figure that would be more readily accepted by the industry. But as Carolyn underwent this profound makeover, the consequences of her transformation were equally dramatic. She couldn't help but harbor a sense of resentment over the role her transformed appearance played in opening doors for her, overshadowing her finely honed acting skills. This internal conflict became apparent in her later career choices and the roles she chose to portray. Years after her initial transformation and success in Hollywood, Carolyn seized the opportunity to act in a Dr. Kildare episode that resonated deeply with her. The character she portrayed in this episode was a woman who undergoes nose surgery and subsequently experiences existential fury when she becomes the object of interest for the same men who had previously rejected her in her former appearance. The parallels between this fictional character's experience and Carolyn's own journey were striking. Carolyn had, in a way, gone through a similar transformation in real life, altering her appearance to gain acceptance in Hollywood. The complex emotions and frustrations she felt about the role of looks versus talent in her career were reflected in her strong identification with this character. It was a powerful commentary on the industry's superficial nature and the challenges faced by actors who grapple with the pressure to conform to certain standards of beauty. Up to 1952, Carolyn made her big-screen debut in a film fittingly titled The Turning Point. It was a momentous occasion in her career, and she must have been filled with hope and enthusiasm as she embarked on this new chapter. Her family, too, shared in her excitement, and their support was evident in their heartfelt reactions. For Carolyn's family, her debut in The Turning Point was a source of immense pride and joy. Her mother was so moved by the moment that tears of happiness streamed down her face. Her grandparents, perhaps even more elated, celebrated this achievement by dancing around their living room. It was a testament to the love and support that Carolyn received from her family as she pursued her dreams in Hollywood. However, despite the initial excitement and anticipation, Carolyn's Hollywood debut didn't unfold as she had hoped. The reality of the entertainment industry often brings unexpected challenges and disappointments, and Carolyn was about to face a major letdown in her career. Carolyn managed to secure just 2 more small roles before her contract with Paramount Pictures came to an end. Unfortunately, the film industry appeared to lose interest in her, and the promising start she had experienced seemed to fade into obscurity. As her contract expired, Carolyn found herself in a challenging position. Her hopes of making a substantial income in the industry had not materialized, and she was struggling to find stable work as an actress. The financial difficulties that followed were deeply disheartening. Carolyn's income dwindled, and she faced the harsh reality of earning very little, if anything at all. The dire financial situation grew so overwhelming that Carolyn's sister, Betty, had to move in with her to provide support and help cover the cost of rent. The sisters faced the challenges of their circumstances together, navigating the uncertainties of an industry that could be both rewarding and unforgiving. In the face of mounting financial pressure and despair, Carolyn felt compelled to take desperate measures to make ends meet. The entertainment industry's unpredictability had left her in a precarious situation, and she had to confront the harsh realities of financial instability. After that, she turned her attention towards television and managed to secure some modest success in this medium. Television work provided a lifeline for Carolyn, helping her stay afloat and sustain herself for the next 2 years. During this period, Carolyn made a significant decision to return to the stage, performing at the Preston Sturgis's Players Theatre. This marked a return to her first love, live theater, and allowed her to continue pursuing her passion for acting. However, Carolyn's time at the theater brought more than just professional fulfillment. It also introduced her to someone who would become a significant part of her life. While working at the theater, Carolyn crossed paths with Aaron Spelling, a name that would later become highly recognizable in the entertainment industry. At the time, Aaron was an aspiring writer, yet to make his mark as a prolific producer of hit shows like Beverly Hills 90210. Carolyn and Aaron immediately found a strong connection and fell in love. Their relationship was marked by commonalities that bound them together. Both were highly ambitious individuals who were navigating the challenging landscape of the entertainment industry. They shared a fantastic sense of humor and a deep passion for all things entertaining and amusing, forging a deep and meaningful connection. Carolyn's life, which had been clouded by the uncertainties of her career, suddenly brightened as she found herself floating on cloud 9. As their love deepened, Carolyn began to eagerly anticipate the moment when Aaron would pop the question, sealing their commitment to each other. However, she was in for a heart-wrenching disappointment as Aaron hesitated to take that next step. Despite his deep love for Carolyn and his desire to marry her, Aaron found himself in a difficult position. He felt that he couldn't propose to Carolyn while he was still struggling financially and working tirelessly to establish himself in the competitive entertainment industry. The burden of financial instability weighed heavily on him, and he believed he needed to achieve a level of success and stability before he could offer Carolyn the future he envisioned for them. Faced with Aaron's reluctance to propose, Carolyn, determined and proactive as ever, decided to take matters into her own hands. She recognized the depth of their love and the strength of their connection, and she wasn't willing to let financial circumstances stand in the way of their happiness. Her impatience with Aaron's hesitation to propose led her to take a bold and unconventional step. In a time when it was rare for women in the 1950s to take the initiative in proposing, Carolyn decided to go against convention and pop the question to Aaron herself. Aaron Spelling, taken by surprise but deeply in love with Carolyn, accepted her proposal. The couple's engagement marked a significant turning point in their relationship, solidifying their commitment to one another. Their love was built on mutual respect and a shared passion for the entertainment industry, making their union all the more special. In April 1953, Carolyn and Aaron exchanged vows and officially became husband and wife. Their wedding was a celebration of their love and the beginning of a new chapter in their lives together. Carolyn had once again broken the mold by taking the initiative in their relationship, demonstrating her fierce independence and determination to shape her own destiny. Following their marriage, Carolyn made a very personal choice that challenged societal norms of the time. This choice would prove to be another example of her willingness to break free from conventions and live life on her terms. However, fate dealt Carolyn Jones a cruel blow. The night before the screen test, she fell seriously ill, succumbing to a severe bout of pneumonia that left her with a frightening 104-degree fever. The situation became so dire that she was rushed to the hospital, where her life hung in the balance. The gravity of her illness became apparent when it seemed she might not survive that very night. Carolyn's battle with pneumonia was a harrowing ordeal, and her near-death experience left an indelible mark on her. Unfortunately, her illness had devastating consequences for her career aspirations. She missed the opportunity to audition for a coveted role, a role that would later be awarded to Donna Reed. To add insult to injury, Donna Reed's performance in the role earned her an Oscar. The realization of what might have been was a crushing blow to Carolyn. She was left with deep doubts about her prospects in the industry, fearing that her chance for stardom had already slipped through her fingers. The disappointment and uncertainty weighed heavily on her, challenging her confidence and self-belief. Despite the challenges, Carolyn's determination never waned. She took on work that was not as high profile as she had hoped for, demonstrating her willingness to persevere and make her mark in any way possible. Her commitment to her craft and her relentless pursuit of her dreams kept her going during these challenging times. Eventually, Carolyn managed to land a part in the film The Bachelor Party. This role, however, required a drastic change in her appearance. In a bold move, Carolyn decided to cut her hair drastically short and dye it dark, a transformation that shook up her image and challenged conventional expectations. This dramatic makeover was the second of its kind in Carolyn's career, but it proved to be incredibly effective. Audiences were captivated by her new look, and Carolyn, almost overnight, became a glamorous and alluring figure in Hollywood. Reporters clamored to interview her, and Carolyn's name was on everyone's lips. Her remarkable performance led to an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress, a recognition she had long yearned for. For Carolyn, this was a moment of tremendous excitement and anticipation. She had endured years of hard work, challenges, and setbacks in her career, and this nomination was a validation of her talent and dedication. She dreamed of winning the prestigious Academy Award, a dream that had eluded her for so long. However, on the night of the award ceremony, Carolyn experienced yet another disappointment. Despite her outstanding performance and the accolades she had received, she did not receive that precious golden Oscar statue. Instead, the award went to another talented actress, Miyoshi Umeki. Carolyn had to come to terms with the bittersweet honor of being nominated but not winning the coveted award. The disappointment was palpable, but it only fueled her determination to achieve greater success. In 1958, Carolyn's career took a new turn when she secured a role in a movie alongside the legendary Elvis Presley. This opportunity was a significant milestone in her career, offering her a chance to work with one of the biggest stars in the entertainment industry. However, as she embarked on this new venture, Carolyn would soon discover that filming didn't unfold as she had expected, and she would face a fresh set of challenges and surprises that would test her resolve and determination once again. At that time, Carolyn once again found herself struck by illness. This time, she was battling a severe fever that reached a staggering 103 degrees. The timing couldn't have been worse, as she was in the midst of filming her role in the movie. Despite her illness, Carolyn was determined to keep her role in the film, a testament to her commitment to her craft and her professionalism. After enduring disappointments and challenges in her acting career, Carolyn Jones found herself feeling washed up and bitter. In this difficult period, she turned to a friend for comfort and support, her vocal coach, Herbert Green. Their connection went beyond friendship, and Carolyn and Herbert soon found themselves falling deeply in love. They decided to take their relationship to the next level and got married in December 1968. For Carolyn, this marriage was meant to be a second chance at love following the end of her marriage to Aaron Spelling. However, behind the facade of a fresh start, the reality of her situation was much more complex and fraught with difficulties. In truth, many of Carolyn's close friends and associates disapproved of her union with Herbert Green. He was perceived as eccentric and somewhat unfriendly by those who knew him. His behavior and demeanor had an unsettling effect on others, making Carolyn's circle uncomfortable around him. Moreover, there was an even darker aspect to Herbert Green's character that was concerning. In a turn of events that would profoundly impact Carolyn's life, Herbert Green managed to persuade her to quit acting and convinced her to move away with him to Palm Springs. This decision isolated Carolyn from her career and her social network, leaving her without the support and fulfillment that her acting had provided. As a result, Carolyn's once happy life took a drastic turn for the worse. Isolated from the world of entertainment and feeling careerless, she faced a challenging and unhappy period in her life. In 1981, Carolyn Jones took on the role of Myrna Clegg, a formidable political matriarch, in the CBS daytime soap opera Capital. This role showcased her talent and versatility as an actress, but shortly after the show's debut, Carolyn faced a devastating health diagnosis. In 1982, she was diagnosed with colon cancer, a diagnosis that would significantly impact her life and career. Despite the immense challenges posed by her illness, Carolyn continued to work on Capital, even as she battled colon cancer. She displayed remarkable resilience and determination, playing many of her scenes in a wheelchair as her health deteriorated. The cancer quickly spread to her liver and stomach, causing her considerable pain and discomfort. Nevertheless, she pushed on and completed the first season of the show, demonstrating her unwavering commitment to her craft. Throughout her battle with colon cancer, Carolyn chose to keep her diagnosis a secret from many of her colleagues. Instead, she told them that she was being treated for ulcers, shielding them from the full extent of her health struggles. Her strength and determination were truly remarkable, allowing her to continue pursuing her passion for acting in the face of such adversity. Despite a period of apparent remission, the cancer returned in 1982, and Carolyn's health deteriorated further. In September 1982, recognizing the gravity of her condition, she married her boyfriend of 5 years, actor Peter Bailey Britton. Carolyn wore a lace and ribbon cap to conceal the loss of her hair due to chemotherapy. Tragically, in July 1983, Carolyn Jones fell into a coma at her home in West Hollywood, California, and on August 3, 1983, she passed away. Her body was cremated on August 4th, and a memorial service was held at Glasband Willen Mortuary in Altadena, California, on August 5, 1983. Her ashes were interred in her mother's crypt at Melrose Abbey Memorial Park and Amp Mortuary in Anaheim. What do you think about the scary truths that took place in the life of Carolyn Jones? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.